Right, so it is a great evening to start once again with the obvious, and we also know it is the TLQ battle. So for today, I'm quite honored to be the caster for your day, presenting the heat into action as always, flexes with my hair. Anyways, so for those who do not know me, it's your girl JLo, and it is very delightful to have you here today. So, with that being said, guys, we obviously know how much of an aggressive gameplay we were able to witness throughout all of the TLQ battles that we have consistently played out before. So, let's see how the day would be starting off today, because as usual, we will be kicking things off with Rondo. So, that's something. I think it's my favorite match, a favorite map to start with. So with the opportunity for all of the teams being able to recall themselves twice gives them the opportunity to have battles around and somehow lead their way throughout the game. So let's see who would be able to secure the first chicken dinner for your TLQ's battle series. Alright, so kicking things off with Rondo as usual, we can see the plane pathway has already been created, cutting all the way from, I think that should be Jiao Tin, my bad, Jiao Tin, all the way from, that leads to Meiran. So let's see which team will be able to get the first fight, the first blood, the first knock over here. And as usual, TLQ is over here trying to get the knock, but unfortunately down goes one of the TLQ members. And the first circle has been established as well. So I think almost all of the teams are heading all the way towards, the latter part of the zone. Meanwhile, the rest of the members are heading towards the mid of the zone already. So we can see about 4 to 5 teams that have made their way all the way to the zone already. TLQ Esports in a little bit of a rough situation over here. I think they do have another team. Let's take a closer view. We can see UF's taking out EQZs as well. Down goes Omega at the same time. EQZs are having a rough start off. Down goes Luffy as well. So I believe that should be the last man. It's going to be Storm. See if Storm would be able to, recall his teammates, or will he be? And he does a nice 1v1 over there, taking out Void. So just another another man standing over here. We got Amaris. I'm sorry, but the name is just... Alright, so down goes Amaris, and we can see L7's trying to secure the knocks over there as well. And we can see Tabish looking into L7's. Meanwhile, we got Storm over here. I think he's kind of moving into a different location so that he has a different angle as well. Won't be crazy taking out XFs on the other hand. A minute left before we move into stage 2 of your critically. I mean, it's not that critically, but damaging zone rather. Alright, so just last man standing over here. Last 2 men standing rather. We got Neo and Crazy trying to take the fight over here. Bradley has been knocked out already, and a grenade has been already out as well, and here comes Demon over here. Let's see if Crazy will be able to take the 1v2, and he does a beautiful knock. So the last man standing will be L7 Apex. Let's see if Crazy would be able to take down Apex, so instead will Apex be taking down Crazy. This is a situation to watch here, and here it is. Down goes Apex as well. With that, he was able to secure a perfect 1v2. Crazy to the winner here, securing 3 eliminations in total for the team. I'm not quite certain where exactly Storm is heading to, but he's heading out there somewhere. Meanwhile, we got Tabish over here. He's taking the aggressive fights over here at Yulin. We got 1B Crazy, so he has to take the 1v1, guys. Let's see if it will be Tabish or will it be Crazy. The grenades being connected to one another. Who will it get connected? Down goes Tabish over here. Crazy is on absolute fire. He is literally on fire right now, guys. I think he's having that after 1v3. He's kind of feeling very confident about himself, and thus with that he secures 4 eliminations in total for the team. So we're down to 21 teams still with 71 remaining. Perfect goes down on the other hand, and we have the other 3 of the members alive. So I think Perfect does have some time to be recalled, revived as well. Shimmy taking out the 4Ks. Goat leader goes down. I'm not quite certain who is goat leader though. Alright, so WP Victory X already securing one elimination. And we can see we are already heading towards the stage 2 of the zone. Now teams really need to ensure that they somehow play it out in the mid of the zone, because Ronda is a very unpredictable map. You don't really know where exactly where the zone shift. It's kind of really hard to have an eye on, to be very considerate on where exactly the zone heads to. Wizard here kind of facing a little bit of critical issues, and we can see Wizard has taken already a knock as well. Shimmy takes out Phrase, and down goes Phrase at the same time. So I believe there would be 2 eliminations for VX's. Tlq Esports kind of overlooking into NRS at the moment. We got Criminal, Mbappe, Toxic, and 999. Now let's see which team would be able to take on one another. We can see Heishi has already been knocked out, and from the looks of it, I don't think there's anyone who would be able to revive him. Right, so VX's, they've secured 2 eliminations. EQZ is just last man standing. Storm, I think Storm already having his vehicle kind of in a bad situation. One more mag and I'm pretty sure the vehicle will be blasted. Right, so we got Mbappe over here. Mbappe being Mbappe, running around, secure some loot. Now if you take a look at the leaderboard, guys, I think... Never mind, the leaderboard disappeared. Alright, so we got Jenny over here knocking out Crazy. Crazy was having a moment of his time, but unfortunately seems like it has come to almost an end. However, we are still stagnant with 21 teams and 74 alive. We can see Joker all the way on the top of Yulin. I think he has no idea where exactly Jenny is at, so his eyes are kind of heavily focused on what's in front of him. And you can see Amari is going down again. He has been knocked and killed at the same time. I'm not sure what exactly Amari is about. What he's about to do. Panda taking out Criminal over here with a beautiful grenade and confirms him as well. So TLQ is on the move over here. 3 eliminations down the line. Minato Arby's goes against 2Ds at the same time, and 41 seconds left before we close into stage 2. Right, so we can see REDBULL Esports, we got Oscar, Rossi, Minato, Roy's back, Minato getting a couple of shots as well. The opposition team, but somehow manages to move away from the chaos. If you take a look at the leaderboard, guys, we can see 1B's leading the leaderboard tentatively with a total of 4 eliminations, and along with XF leading with 4 eliminations as well. Got UFx ESPORTS Woods taking out Tabish one more time. I think one hit versus EQZ Esports is what we're witnessing right now. Storm somehow managed to, recall his teammates with very much of effort, hard effort, with that almost blasted out vehicle. And we can see Tabish has been confirmed. So it leads up to just 3 manpower from Team EQZ. Given the fact that, they're still out in the zone, feels like they would opt for getting themselves into the zone rather than focusing on heavily onto the fight. In a minute left, we will be moving into stage 3. Right, so RB's Minato goes down, guys. REDBULL Esports versus UFx, but you are watching right now. Rossi takes the knock and down goes Rossi as well. So last 2 men standing, Oscar and Roy is back. Let's see if they would be able to avenge their friend's death or not. We can see Oscar over here rushing straight into the very location. Trying to take the 1v1, and he does a beautiful shotgun shot over here, but unfortunately here comes the UF's the other member as well. Let's see if he would be able to take this 1v1 as well. Obviously Oscar has a great advantage, but unfortunately Perfect takes down Oscar, and with that he takes out almost half of the Team RB's team down. So with that, guys, I think Roy is back, is about to recall his teammates. I think 1B is leading with 5 eliminations, and we also have UFs leading with 7 eliminations in total. So they will be at the very top of the leaderboard tentatively. I mean, this could change anytime because Rondo is full of surprises. Alright, so Bradley taking out Rocky at the same time. Down goes Rocky completely out. We're still stagnant with 21 teams and 69 alive. Down goes Shimmy over here. I think they are having the fight against 1Bs at the moment. I think it's such a great start for 1Bs. They've already secured 7 eliminations in total. Not sure what exactly Bradley is trying to do here, but he's doing something. Just three manpower over here. Just three manpower. That itself shows, the tolerance, the power that this team holds. And so we got Team NRS heading straight into a tree. I mean, that's completely fine because I always drive through trees. I'm well known for driving through trees. Well known. And here we have it, guys. RB is already taking a fight, I believe. Yep. Seems like they are taking a fight over here, guys. Let's see. Will it be RBs or SLDR? Over here we got Revenger, Gyro, and down goes Revenger. I think he was there to recall his teammates, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not quite certain. We do have a last man standing for Team SLDR. So in a map like Ronda, guys, it's very hard to take a team down because almost all of the teams are having the fights against one another. Still stagnant with 21 teams and 68 remaining. Down goes Jenny over here by EQZs. Luffy taking out Jenny. In a minute left, we will be closing into stage 4 of your damaging zone. Down goes Storm at the same time. I think EQZs are leading with just only one man at the moment. DFDRG, I think DRG will be taking the fight against TM7s, guys. Will it be DRGs or will it be TM7s? This is a moment to witness. Let's see if Void would be able to take the 1v1 against Too Soon. And you can see Too Soon getting a couple of... sorry, my bad. It's someone else. And down goes Void by a beautiful grenade over here. So it was a 1v1 situation between TM7 and DRGs. Unfortunately, Too Soon Void. But let's say there will definitely be a comeback moment because we were able to witness DRGs going at it against one another quite frequently. TLQs over here trying to take the fight out against EQZs. We can see Luffy going down, and with that, guys, TLQs were able to secure 5 eliminations for the team as well. Down goes L7 Jokers. Now in the map like if you take a look, we can obviously see how many fights, how many kill messages are being delivered over here. We can see WPRC are kind of overlooking into this location where the TLQs are a couple of shots, and down goes Panda over here. Asia taking a beautiful headshot of a moment. So we can see the first team has already been eliminated. We're down to 19 teams already. Just 60 remaining. Down goes Wizard once again. I think teams really need to ensure that they head into the zone as soon as possible, given that they're literally being surrounded. So we can see Adios kind of moving into a location where he would be able to recall his teammates. We're still stagnant with 18 teams and 56 alive. Roy is back taking out Tlq Raptor. Too Soon taking out Roy at the same time and takes out Minato as well. ISSLs, pretty much, they've not taken any knocks, any confirmations as of yet. That's quite a surprise. Seems like they were not heavily focused on, engaging into fights early on itself. But if you take a closer view, we can definitely see, they've already making some progress in targeting teams. So I think they're kind of targeting 1B at the moment, but I'm quite certain that 1B is well aware that there's a team right above them. And Roy is back taking out Hexa, AJ taking out Roy is back, Oscar taking out Raptor at the same time, Lucifer takes out Rocky over here. Oscar taking out AJ, confirming him. Confirms AJ with that, guys. TLQ Legends have been taken out. Rocky gets confirmed as well. So ISSLs have started their duties, secured 2 eliminations down the line. EQZ's EQZ, oh no. Wait a second. Am I reading that right? Okay, that is EQZ after all. Alright, so we can see I think I'm a bit confused. Never mind. We just have a 3-man power over here. We got Tida, Luffy, and Octane. Didn't we just have a Luffy and the other team as well? Right, so we're down to last 17 teams and just 51 remaining. You can see LNN Crown. They've already secured 1 elimination. Dilla has been knocked out over here. Crazy taking out Doom. Down goes Susti as well by Orpheus. I think ISS are having a really terrible time at the moment, given the two of their members are already knocked out. Itachi taking out Dilla one more time, and with that team, AKAZAYA goes down in the 13th position. So we're down to 16 teams. My bad, guys. It will be just 16 teams, which is 51 alive. Minato takes out Orpheus. Alright, so we can see Omega getting a couple of shots by Panda over here. Still stagnant with 16 teams and 50 alive. Akasia is not in a good situation, guys, because he's literally feeling the pressure right now. I think all of his teammates have also been knocked out at the same time. Down goes Waffenkulo, I'm not sure how you pronounce it, but yeah. Right, so we're stagnant with still 16 teams and 48 alive. We can see almost all of the teams making their way straight to the zone, because this is going to be critically damaging for each and every team. We can see Mbappe goes down. Mbappe was not able to notice right behind him there was a team indeed. We can see NRS taking the next knocks over here against UFs. Let's see if he would be able to connect against Wish. Taking out another knock, and Dilla taking out Omega. Roy is back taking out some of the members, and Susti goes down. Down goes with the PAPPA as well. Down goes Heishi. I think the damage is very brutal in the field, in the outer zone areas. Tlq Panda, last man staying. I think it should be. Yep, he's the last man after all, and he's already getting a couple of shots, guys. Hides within the within a bush. I mean, I do that all the time, so it's completely fine. I think when you're playing competitive, you need to use the you need to utilize leaves, you need to utilize trees as much as possible. It's still stagnant with 13 teams and 31 alive. Panda is seeing a way if he could revive his teammate. Now if you take a look at the zone, guys, I think almost everyone is literally within the zone surfaces. But if you take a closer view, alright, so Omega trying to take a couple of knocks, and he does it. He has to get out of his vehicle, and a couple of more sprays coming out here against Team 2Ds. Down goes 2D as well. So with that, we can see Omega securing 4 eliminations in total, if only he would be able to secure the knock he just got within underwaters as well. He is stagnant with 10 teams and 24 remaining. Almost all of the teams are making their way. Unfortunately, guys, unfortunately, that was very unfortunate. Alrighty, so we can see Team RB is being taken out, and without last 9 teams and just 19 alive. Nineteen remaining, so let's see who would be able to secure the first chicken dinner for TLQ's battle series. See, the circle has been shrunken further. The more it shrinks, the more pressure the teams are feeling. ABC goes down as well by Wish, and a couple of more knocks over here, trying to take more and more knocks, because the more the merrier. 34 seconds left before we move into your stage 7 of your most critically damaging zone. Right, so we're down to last 8 teams and just 18 alive at the moment. FWE is holding on to a really good position over here, guys. They really have eyes on everything that's happening. A beautiful knocks over here, taking out Caesar. The last one standing, we go Wish, and Wish getting a couple of shots as well. Let's see if Papa will be able to. And down goes Wish, guys. Siu was able to take out Wish. At the same time, we can see another man standing for, and he also gets spotted. And with that, guys, Team EQZ from our will. Down to last 6 teams. Just 12 alive. See Panda taking another knock against Bradley. Alright, so we can see Panda has been knocked out as well. We're down to last 4 teams and just 8 remaining. Puppet has been taken out as well. So really top performing teams. We got ISSLs, we got TLQs. Let's see who will be able to secure the first chicken dinner over here. Alrighty, so here it is guys, just 3 teams remaining. We got One Blood, we got MWs, and we also got Team One Hit Gods. Now who do you think would be able to secure the first chicken dinner, the first match for the day to end the, partially end the day with? Alright, and with that guys, One Be Crazy goes down as well. So One Blood Esports will be eliminated. We're down to last 2 teams. We got MW, we got One Hit. So MW obviously leads the way guys with a total of 3 manpower. Meanwhile for Team One Hit, we just got 2 manpower. So we got Mirage and Dilla. Let's see how the power duo would be able to, how do I say, drill their way all the way through, the securing the first chicken dinner. We can see Papat getting a couple of knocks as well. And here comes the zone, the critical damaging zone. And a couple of shots of it hits out Papat. It's gonna be a 2v2 situation, guys. Will it be MWs or will it be One Hit Gods? This is something that we are yet to witness. And down goes WPs. And with that, you have your winner. Let's give it up for one more time for One Hit Gods. It was a very unexpected chicken dinner. Alright guys, so with that, let's give it up one more time for Team One Hit Gods for securing the deal in your TLQ's paid series match 1. Let's move into their individual stats. So we got Dilla with 3 eliminations, Woods with 1 elimination, Mirage with 2, and Panda with 3. So these are your winning team stats so far upon concluding match 1. Now next up we got match 2 obviously, but before that let's move on to your next stat. So moving straight onto a match summary, we got 107 eliminations, 119 knockouts, 15,498 total healing, 6 grenade eliminations, 38 assists, and 1 vehicle elimination. So these are your match summary upon concluding match 1. Let's move into your next stat. It's a head-to-head comparison between hashtag 1 and hashtag 2. We got MW Esports leading with a total of 24 points, and then we have 1B with a total of 22 points. So just a gap of 2 points between hashtag 1 and hashtag 2. Now if you take a look guys, we can see in terms of damage, obviously 1B has the upper hand. Knocks, it's quite very equivalent, and when it comes to elimination counts, now that's where the small difference has been created. So it's just a point of two gap of a difference between Team MW and 1B. Let's move into your next stat. That's your most valuable player. Let's give it up one more time for your obvious 1B Crazy with a total of 9 eliminations, 1,343 damage, 2 assists, 7 knocks, and 273 healing. So well done, well played. Let's move into your next stat. As the top 5 players upon concluding match 1, we got Bradley in the 5th position with a total of 4 eliminations. We got SC with 5 eliminations, Oscar with 6 eliminations, and Puppet with 9 eliminations, and Crazy with 9 eliminations in total. So these are your top 5 players upon concluding match 1 so far. Let's move into your next stat. Alright, so moving straight on to your match rankings, guys. We got ORG with 1, 2Ds with 1, 4 Knights with 1, and LF AKAZAYAs with 1. We got Victory X's, EQZs, TLQ, TM7s with 2, NRS with 3, and SLDR L7 with 4, LNN Crown with the PAPPA, EQZ, TLQ Esports ISSNRCs with 6 points, hashtag 5 stands at UF with 8, hashtag 4 stands Red Bull with 13, hashtag 3 stands One Hit Gods with 19, hashtag 2 stands 1B Esports with 22, and hashtag 1 stands The Obvious Team MW with a total of 24 points. So these are your match rankings upon concluding match 1. Alright guys, so we can see Rondo has been able to give us a perfect deliverance with a total of 19 total points and 9 eliminations from team one hit gods. So with that guys, we will be moving forward into your next match, which is gonna be Erangel. But before we head straight on to Erangel, I think our soldiers are kind of looking very hectic because it's not easy with everything that's happening. You know, the weather has also been definitely able to play a role when it comes to this particular field. So with that guys, we will be going into a quick short break, and stay right there. Before we will always bring you heat in the moment action, so don't go anywhere. Alright guys, so welcome back to your TLQ Paid Battle series. Now that was definitely a moment to watch because the battlefield just was about, to be warmed up, and that's something that we definitely saw when one hit were able to secure the first chicken dinner as well, with a total of 19 points. So let's see. I mean, we do have 4 matches left out to be played. So let's see if they would be able to, hang on to the very momentum that they displayed in the previous matches. Because if they do, well, hats off for certain. So we will be moving forward straight on to your Erangel. Now, usually, I would say we will be kicking things off with Erangel, but in the TLQ battle series, it's kind of, there's a change to it. We will be playing off Rondo first, and then we will be hitting it off to Erangel. So let's see who would be able to secure the second chicken dinner for your TLQ paid battle series. I think I'm experiencing a little bit of a connection issue, but yeah, seems like alright. So the plane pathway has already been created all the way from Novamore, heading straight to Severny. We can see a couple of teams heading towards their destined locations. And I feel like, there would be some tendency in being able to witness some fights perhaps around in farm, well, definitely in farm, and also around in, mansion, prison, Lipoka, that triangular phase over there. We most probably will be able to witness some really action battles, and I think we can see MWs moving in closer to Milta Power. How they're not aware that the ISSLs are owning that place. So let's see guys, will it be MWs or will it be ISSLs? We can see one hits heading all the way to Severny. We got RBs, we got TLQs, two TLQs rather. Let's see who would be able to secure the first knock, the first blood. And there you have it guys, we can see the first knock, the first blood has already been taken. So let's take a closer view. I think this would be around in farm area, just as expected guys. Farm is definitely having its time over here. We can see Luffy has been knocked out and taken out very early. Not sure how did that happen, but it happened. All right, it just happened. Right, so we can see one of EQZ's members seems to be offline, headed straight all the way to the very edge and kind of swimming around. I'm pretty sure he has gone to WhatsApp and he never returned back. Fallen soldier. Anyways, we can see the first circle has already been established. Feels like, the most probability the circle might go towards in between Quarry or Gatka. And we can see UFs will be taking the fight over here in farm. So let's take a closer view. Let's see who would be able to, move away from the fight, because we can see TM7s behind them. We got the UFs right in the middle of here. We got the MWs and we got the L7. So many teams are over here in farm. Farm is completely taken over by many teams. I think that was my phone giving the notice, it's time to sleep. But I am not gonna sleep, because this is the moment we need to witness. Down goes Doom over here guys. I think ISIS is a kind of rethinking their decisions if Milta Power is the location for them, because we can see they've already lost their IGL. So it's going to be a 3-man power coming out from them. We can see NRS will be taking the fight against Neo. Susti taking out Puppet. Let's see if he would be able to confirm. And we can see Orpheus taking the knock against Saudi. Octane sadly passes away in the water. Blame WhatsApp. Anyways, ISSLxNRC is over here. We can see Amaris going at it against Shimmy. I think I'm having a little bit of connection issues guys. I'm kind of lagging. We can see RB Rossi taking out the next knock to Rishan. Comes another grenade. Let's see whose grenade will be connecting. Fortunately, the opposition's Puppets did not connect at all. I thought Puppet was knocked out and confirmed. Seems like he has been revived already. Alright, so let's see guys. We got Mini, we got Lucifer. Mini in a really colorful skirt. Ay, shorty mini. Alright, never mind. We got ISSs and RCs. Let's see who would be able to, get the fight secured over here. We can see MWs are kind of panicking already from the looks of it. I mean, they have the entire team already alive. So ISSs, on the other hand, just leading with 3-man power. So the concern here is, will they be able to stand the battle of... Alright guys, I think Mini is gonna get the next shot, and here comes Ice with Lucifer as well. I think they are not aware exactly where Lucifer is, and here comes Mini straight into it, and Lucifer taking a couple of shots as well. Let's see if he'll, and down goes Lucifer, guys. Down goes Mini, last man standing. Will be Susti. Seems like ISSLs are having a bad start for their second match. Will Susti be able to give a 1v4, or will he be 4v1'd? He's already preparing himself for that. We can see a grenade trying to be connected, and here comes Susti, and down here comes Puppet. There's 2 puppets, guys, and with that Susti, he will be taken out. Shotguns don't stand SMGs. Alright, so with that we can see Team 2D goes out as well. Wait, who did REDBULL ESPORTS have a fight with in Stalber? How did that happen? I'm so sorry, I was not able to witness it either. Alright, so we're down to 17 teams with just 59 alive. We go 1Bs, we got NRS. "17 teams and just 59 alive. You can see Mesa has already taken a rotation, but let's see if he would be able to, see where exactly the NRS member is at. Now, Neo, we were able to witness, guys, really good comeback power coming from Neo over here. Let's see if we would be able to, give a perfect comeback one more time as I sip into my powerful cup of coffee so that I do not fall asleep. Alright, I'm up. That was one very too heavy rather, cup of coffee. Alright, so we go One Blood Esports. Seems like nothing's gonna happen over here, guys. Teams are just staring at one another, waiting for the next one to make the move. And in the meantime, we got L7s versus TM7 fight over here. Down goes Joker. Out here in the open, and we can see Demon trying to take a couple of knocks against Riffar. And on the other hand, we can see Orpheus has been taken out as well. So will it be TM7 or will it be L7 is the question over here. Let's see a grenade connecting. And down goes Rifa. I think L7s are proving that the farm is now ours and not the TM7s. Let's see, guys, will it be TM7s? We do have last 2 men standing as well for TM7s. Demon trying to take out a couple of more knocks as well. Rifa and Office have already been knocked out too soon, moving into a completely different location. AKAZAYA were looking into where exactly to take the next knock, but it's not where exactly to do that, and trying to take a couple of shots against Apex, but does not connect. And what on earth is his gun? It just has an M7. Look at that, guys, with just 13 bullets. 13 bullets, and here comes Team PAPPA into the scene as well. This is completely hectic, guys. Down goes High-Tech, completely out. So last man standing will be too soon. I think TM7 will be too soon as well, because here comes WPs, and down goes too soon by WEDHA PAPPA over here. WEDHA giving out, WEDHA is kind of doing a trophy dance as well. Alright, so with that, guys, TM7 goes down. I think they might need to rethink his farm is the option for them, because we did see many teams, a lot of teams heading all the way to farm, and this proved, There are teams really capable of holding on to the power, the intense battle in farm. We can see EQZ is taking out WP's members. Executor goes down. 2 eliminations so far, so 1 bloods. Taking the close range fight against NRS. Let's see. Already 3 of the members have been taken out, guys. Neo last man standing. He has to take the fight over here. And with that, down goes Neo. With that, guys, team 1B will be eliminated in the 16th position. We're down to last 15 teams with just 50 remaining. 4K is taking the fight against UFs at the moment. If we take a look at the leaderboard, MWs and we got NRS standing at the very top of the leaderboard with a total of 4 eliminations. We also have VXs as well. And we also got RBs, and with that, guys, Team UF will also be eliminated in the 15th position. We're down to last 14 teams, which is 48 alive. Am I lagging or is he lagging? He wasn't sure what he was doing either. Never mind. Right, so we're still stagnant with 14 teams and 48 remaining. NRS leading with 4 eliminations. And seems like from the looks of it, they do not have any potential fights. Alrighty, L7 still holding on to the very location, so most probably MWs might get into fight against L7s. It seems like they're kind of avoiding the fight and moving into a completely different location because, you know, safety first, and at least it's a perfect opportunity for them to hold on to placement as well, given that they've already secured 4 eliminations for the team. Righty, so in about 5 seconds left, a minute and 5 seconds left, we will be closing into stage 3 of your damaging zone. So teams need to really ensure that they know where next to hold on to. If you take a look at the overall map, let's take a quick view into the overall map if possible. EQZs, and there you have it, guys. All of the teams, they look like ants coming for candy. Yeah, so you can see a lot of teams have already made their way into the zone. I think all of the teams, not a single team is out within the outskirts of the damaging zone. Tlq Zlan has been knocked out over here, and I believe it will be, not sure what happened over there. MW is taking a rotation on the other hand, and they will be taking the fight, guys. I think PAPPA actually witnessed TLQ versus TLQ, the fight where Adios getting a couple of shots, and down goes Adios. With that, PAPPA would be able to secure 2 eliminations. I think unfortunately not, because Raptor just stole PAPPA's kill, and the zone shifts completely towards the right side. I mean, how did that even happen? That is very tiny for a zone. Alright, so we're in stage 4 of your damaging zone. Now teams are making their way all the way towards the right side of the map, and we can see a couple of teams have already get engaged into fights already. NRS versus 4K is the fight we're about to witness, guys, because obviously both teams come from the same location. The shots being taken out here by 4 Knights. 2 eliminations down the line. So 14 teams and 45 remaining. AKAZAYA takes out Apex, and down goes Apex over here, guys. Alright, so L7's over here overlooking into the next battle, the next fight. We can see Dizzy. I think he personally told me not to call him Dizzy, but his name is Dice. That does not look like Dice, Dizzy. Anyways, moving straight on to your heated battle action, guys. We got 1 hits one more time. The previous chicken dinner is Dilla taking a drift over here. Somehow managed just to save himself. We can see Panda MW is coming in for the fight, guys. They're literally very ruthless and very merciless, knowing that they just saw an opportunity to get another knock. They'll be moving to different locations. Now this is what you call quick decision thinking, guys. Quick movements, quick decisions, because that's when you already have your control over the opponents. So now if you take a look, guys, I think Dilla has no way of moving into different locations because either he has to call his team to get into the fight, or else he might need to find a way to move away. And we can see PAPPA trying to take out Dilla goes down, guys. ABCD was able to take down. Unfortunately, Panda will not be able to take Dilla. On the other hand, he will not be able to save him. I see really good decisions taken by MWs, guys. Very quick. I mean, you snap your fingers and that quick. With that, guys, ABCDs were able to secure deal. I kind of have my eyes on if MWs were able to secure the second chicken dinner. I mean, it's a possibility. So they've already secured 6 eliminations. Alright. Smell a chicken dinner kind of far away. WEDHA PAPPA with a duo manpower over here holding on to the garage area. But I don't think it's safe, to be honest. So the circle will also be closing in about 20 seconds left, guys. 17 seconds, 15 seconds, because here comes the zone. 9 seconds left. 5 seconds left, and we will be closing into stage 4, and there's going to be a lot of teams that will be battling it out. Because if you take a look into the map, guys, the zone has shifted completely to another side, and seems like from the looks of it, teams might need to get into very open field battles. My bad. Okay, so let's see who would be taking the next fight, because I think WP is already seeing a lot of a lot of rotations. We also got TLQs moving straight into and down goes Rip over here. Wizard confirming him as well. Panda in his last HP, guys. I mean, very last HP. Here comes the MWs for the third party. MWs are literally on fire. I'm telling you, they are on fire. And Panda, let's see if he'll be able to take the 1v1, and he does it beautifully. But with that, he will also be taken out by Team MWs. What a way, to secure kills. Ws are definitely on fire. With that, guys, Team TLQ will be eliminated in the 14th position. We don't last 11 teams. Crown Esports being taken as well. They just had a duo manpower. Got one hit gods over here. Down goes WP at the same time. Okay, so 36 remaining. Teams are opting, very safer locations to hold on to the zone. We can see WP is kind of looking into where one hit gods are moving into, and they most probably have eyes on Team 4K as well. And Mirage getting a couple of shots as well. Down goes Mirage, unfortunately, guys. Mirage has been spotted. So last man standing for the team will be Woods himself. Let's see what sort of a situation, what sort of a gameplay strategy will Woods be able to play out, because a solo man is not easy with a total of 11 teams and 35 remaining in the battlefield. I think AKAZAYA is just 2 manpower, Aku and Itachi, kind of waiting for L7s to move into closer so that they could take the close range fight. I think Joker still holds on to the very edge of the zone. Joker is waiting, for his next victim, and we can see couple of heal battles coming by Joker. Meanwhile, the rest of the teams kinds of goes into an aggressive gameplay. There you have it, guys. Another knock, and Itachi moves closer into the zone. I think L7s are not aware exactly where Itachi's location is at, because if you take a look, guys, just TLQs and OKs and one hit gods are the only teams that have made their way to the zone. Revor taking out knocks after knocks. We can see they've already secured 3 eliminations over here. Trying to take out Tony as well. Tap fires, tap, 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 and down goes Tony. I think Tabish will be able to secure him, and he does it beautifully. The Red Bull Esports preparing themselves for the next fight, and that would be against Team SLDR. Storm taken out Wrapped at the same time. Down goes Itachi, guys. Joker has finally spotted him and he was able to take the 1v1. Roy is back trying to take the 1v1 and he does it with a beautiful S12K shot, confirming him the same. Let's see if Gyro would be able to take down Roy's back. Oh, will Roy's back be taking out Gyro, and down goes Roy's back. Down goes Minato at the same time, guys. I think Team Red Bull Esports will be eliminated in the 11th position. We're down to last 10 teams with just 27 alive. MW still holding on to the very locations. Joker taking out Itachi completely out. MW is moving on to see what is their next opportunity. Who will be their next victim? L7 kind of Demon, Apex has been knocked out. Demon Hell will be knocked out as well. So last 2 men standing, Joker and Dizzy. Let's see what sort of situation we're about to witness, because he has just spotted Aku as well. And mind you, we will be heading straight into stage 6 of your zones. It's going to be very, very damaging, guys. Teams need to ensure that they head straight into the battlefield, straight into the safe zone, else it's going to be the end for them. With that, Team AKAZAYA will be eliminated in the 10th position. We're down to last 9 teams and 25 remaining. A couple of shots over here against EQZs. And then RC is leading with 5 eliminations. Down goes Omega. Beautiful spray over here by Criminal. With that, guys, Team SLDR will be eliminated as well in the 9th position. And XFL 7 unfortunately will be eliminated in the 8th position. A beautiful spray over here by Tabish as well. So MW is in a really tough position. 2 of the members have already been knocked out. 4K Rocky takes out NRS. We're down last 16 and 17 remaining. Tabish comes in for the rush over here. Down goes Team Legends with 2 eliminations on the side. And Tabs moving in closer straight into MWs. Will it be MWs or will it be EQZ? Down goes Tabish, guys. MWs are unbeatable, unstoppable. So let's see if Revo or Storm would be able to move their way straight onto their knockout team and will get him revived. We can see 1 hit. Eliminated in the 16th position. We are down to last 5 teams and just 16 remaining. Circle has been closed further. We can see EQs is holding up a really good positioning over here. MWs need to get into the zone as well. On the other hand, we're still stagnant with 5 teams and 16 remaining. WPs over here. Victory X is over here as well. I think all of the members are alive. NRS has lost one of the members, so that leads up to just 3-man power. And Rocky goes down, guys, by VXs. So that leads up to just 1 last man standing. That would be Cyrax himself. Let's see if Cyrax would be able to hold on to pressure, because here comes VXs straight into the direct fight. And Cyrax moving and down. Let's see if Rocky would be able to take down. And NRSs will instead be able to give a beautiful third-party shot over there with that securing. And Mbappe, I do not think he'll have enough time to get into the zone. With that, guys, Team 4K will be eliminated. We're down to last 2 teams. NRS versus MW is what we're witnessing. Give me some streets if MW wins this, because I had my eyes on them from the beginning itself. Alright, guys, let's see if it will be NRS or will it be MWs. And with that, guys, I think Criminal getting a couple of shots. So last man NRS. With that, bingo, chicken dinner goes for MW Esports. Kind of predicted that, man. Alrighty, so let's give it up for Team MW Esports for securing the 2nd chicken dinner. That was just phenomenal performance coming from the team. They were pretty much aggressive from the get-go, and kind of did predict that they'd be able to secure the chicken dinner as well, and it did happen, right? It did. Alright, so let's move into their individual stats. Alright, so Team MW Esports, we got ABC with 7 eliminations, C with 0, Puppet with 5, and I told you there were 2 puppets. two puppets with five eliminations accordingly. So a total of 17 eliminations. 17 eliminations and a chicken dinner down the line. That's huge. All right, let's move into your next stat now. So match summary, we got 70 eliminations, 73 knockouts, 8,649 total healings, 4 grenade eliminations, 46 assists with 1 vehicle elimination. Let's move into your next stat. Alright, so head-to-head comparison between MW and NRS. We got 2,314 damage for MW, 1,646 for NRS. In terms of knocks, obviously MW has the upper hand with 11 knocks eliminations-wise as well. I mean, woo, that's a big difference of between 17 and 7 over there, a difference of 10. So moving straight on to your most valuable player, let's give it up for MW's ABCD with a total of 7 eliminations, 697 damage, 0 assists, 3 knocks, 394 healings. Let's give it up one more time for ABCD. Now moving straight on to your top 5 players for concluding match 2. We got Toxic with 3 eliminations, Prize with 4 eliminations, Puppet, 2 puppets with 5 eliminations accordingly, and we got ABCD with 7 eliminations. I think the entire just 3 members of MW is already in the top 5 players. We're missing out on 1 player. But let's see, I mean, he would be able to secure the same momentum as we do have 3 matches out left to be played. Let's move on to your next stat now. Match rankings. I'll be just going through the top 5 teams for now. We got Victory Axis with 9, 4 Knights with 11, EQZ Esports with 12, LNNRS with 13, and MW Esports with a total of 27 total points. And the rest of the teams are able to secure points in between 1 to 6. If you take a closer view, now let's move into your next stat. Overall standings. Alright, so we got MW with 51 points, 1B 22, 1 hit 21, EQs is 18, RB is 18, NRS 16, Focus with 12, VX with 11, L7s with 10, WPs with 9, UFs with 8, TLQs with 8, SLDRs with 7, and ISSLxNRC's Crown with 6, Legends with 5, TM7s with 4, AKAZAYA with 3, Omar and 2D ORGs with 2. So these are your overall standings upon concluding match 2. Now mind you, the table could flip any moment because we do have 3 matches left out to be played. Let's move on to your next stat. Overall top players. So we got hashtag 5 NRS Toxic. Total of 5 eliminations, Oscar with 8, Crazy with 9, ABCD with 10, and Puppet with 14. So these are your overall top players tentatively. Now this could change just like the overall standards, but let's see if these each individuals would be able to keep up with the same momentum, and if so, they would be able to hold on to the very positions that they're currently holding on to. Alright, so let's move into your next stat, which is the schedule rather. So Rondo, Erangel, powerful wins by 1 hit and MW Esports. So next up, we got one more Erangel. Now let's see if MWs would be able to keep up with the same momentum as we saw in the previous Erangel and secure another chicken dinner, or will it be another team? It could even be 1 hits. Well, that's something we are yet to witness. So before that, let's head into a quick short break. Alright guys, so welcome back for your TLQ Paid Battle series with two matches that have already been concluded, where we had one hit Gods as well as MW Esports, who were able to secure the 3 containers accordingly. So next up we do have another Erangel to be played out according to the schedule. So let's see who would be able to secure the third chicken dinner. Will it be the same teams before as before, or will there be another team that's going to be challenging enough to secure the third chicken dinner and cause chaos in the overall ranking? So with that, let's head straight on to your map of Erangel. The plane pathway has already been created. We can see a plane pathway that cuts all the way from Primorsk and that ends up to Severny. So let's see, I think we'll definitely be able to see some teams moving into their distant locations. EQZ is moving on to Primorsk, and Ferry Pier, we got 1Bs, I'm not quite certain. 1Bs might be moving to military base once again, and most definitely we should be able to see some teams that move towards very different locations that they were not able to hold on to previously. Seems like some of the teams that were in their previous locations have already chosen different other locations to move into, because we got Hoodies going to Quarry at this point. And we can see that most definitely we can see TLQs moving into their destined locations as well. I think RBs will be taking the fight against WPs. Alright, let's see. The first knock has already been created. I think that should be against one of the MW members. Let's take a closer view. Yep, it is the battle between VXs and Ws. Let's take a closer view. Two of the members have already been taken out, guys. It is very unfortunate for MW Esports. We got Sue and the duplicate puppet over here. Let's see the TLQ's getting a couple of shots over here as well. TLQ's taking revenge around them. SLDR is having a very tough moment right now, because we can see a hit and rush moment over here. Ash on top, getting a couple of shots as well by Wizard. Let's see, it seems like Wizard got the call that he should not be moving forward any further. Instead confirms the kill and moves into a different location, I guess. EQZ is taking the fight against AKAZAYA at the moment. I think AKAZAYA and EQZs had a crash in, I think, in around Pochinki. Right, so we can see Tachi, Tifu taking... when did Tifu come back? Okay, so we can see Tifu has come back. Maybe I have not noticed it, but yeah, he has definitely come back, and we can see already that he's taking a couple of more knocks, and we can see Bum Bum over here. Last man standing will be Bum Bum. But what's the opportunity Bum is about to create? But unfortunately, he will not be able to, because the grenade just bumps on his bum. And with that, he was able to, the first team to be eliminated will be Team AKAZAYA. 3 eliminations for Team EQZ Oma. Down to last 20 teams and 76 remaining already. If we take a closer look into the leaderboard, obviously Team Oma stands at the very top. So far, none of the teams are heading into fights. Rather, we did witness a drop clash and Panda chasing a vehicle over here. hastily going in for the loot. I wonder what sort of loot's actually there, you know, because I've never was able to get into one of those trucks. Didn't have the chance. I was either being chased by someone or else they were being chased by me. Alright, so Red Bull Esports, the first knock has already been created by Minato and Oscar taking out the fight as well. With that, he was able to take out one of the teams. With that, guys, Team WP will be eliminated. The 20th position, Red Bull Esports securing 3 eliminations down the line. Man, I thought I was the only one, you know, who had the polar set. Never mind. So we're stagnant with 19 teams and just 72 alive. We can see L7s creeping all the way to Red Bull Esports, and they are not aware how they're going to be creeped by. You can see MWs have had the opportunity to escape from the VXs. L7s, on the other hand, making locations so that they would be able to take down the opposition team, which is RB. We got DRGs over here taking out the next fight against 4Ks. 4K versus DRG is what we are witnessing right now. My bad, guys. It's ORG. I think I'm dyslexic. I was not able to see the O. Alrighty, so thank you very much for due to giving out that info over there. Else my blind eyes would have thought it was DRG all this time. Alright, so on the other hand, we can see the Crown Esports moving as well, pretty much very closely. ORG is still holding on to the very location, and we got Amaris over here. Alright, let's see. You know, I'm waiting for Amaris's power to take down the opposition team. You can see Grigor holding on to a grenade, and meanwhile we also got Cyrax holding on to the grenade. Let's see if Cyrax would be able to take down any of the ORG members. The O still looks like a D for me. Anyways, I think the battle is about to get heated, guys, because we can see grenades are being cooked at one another. Just one knock, and I'm for certain, very sure the opposition team will make it for a rush. You can see 4K is holding on to the very location, and here comes ORG straight into 4K's layer, guys. Will it be 4K's or will it be ORG's? We got Grigor, we got Zero, Void, and Amaris. Here it is, guys. ORG is moving straight into the direct fight. I think ORGs used to often have fights in around Water City, if I'm not mistaken, back in the days. But seems like, you know, they've taken much measures, and seems like they're moving into a different location, a different strategy being played out here. So Nigesh will have to take the 1v1 against Void, because here comes Void, guys. I think he was able to cause some sort of damage, and Nigesh is kind of holding on to the very location. Let's see if Nigesh goes down, and this is the moment. What the hell, Void? That last HP, that movement, amazing. Let's see if he would be able to take side access and making sure that, you know, still he's in his last HP. He has to move into a different location. I think that was a spider that just moved on. Alright, never mind. So I think I just got bit by a spider. I don't know if I'm gonna turn into a spider woman. Any chance now? Alright, so we got last man for 4 nights, Cyrax sir. Let's see if Cyrax will be able to deliver 1v4, because here comes the entire squad, guys. The entire squad. And let's see if he'll be able to take the 1v2, because if he does, unfortunately, he was only be able to take the 1v1. Down goes Cyrax. With that, Team 4K will be eliminated in the 19th position. Alrighty, so we're down to last 18 teams. We got L7s over here. L7's holding on to the very location, and we can see they're kind of looking into RBs. L7 versus RBs is what we're witnessing right now. Apex has already been knocked out and we're still stagnant with 18 teams. And here comes the third party by ISSL. Down goes one of the L7 members. Let's see if Jimmy would be able to. And down goes Oscar as well, guys. I think both teams are facing the issue right now because here comes ISSL straight into the third party, securing one of the. I think he was not able to secure, but rather took the knock. So they're taking out a knock over here confirmation. MW is one of the last members standing, guys. We just have Sue himself. TLQ is moving close into MWs. Unfortunately, not knowing that. And Raptor getting out of shots as well. Lucifer taking out Apex at the same time. Mirage taking out Tony with a vehicle blast over there. Let's see if he will be able to confirm. Two of the knocks over here. Was it two or was it three? Alright, so two eliminations, guys. Jimmy taking out Oscar, taking out Roy is back, and confirming Roy is back as well. I mean, they came out with 0 eliminations, and now look at them. You close an eye and you open it, they already secured 5 eliminations. Now, that's the wonder of ISSLs. You never know from where they're gonna burst out. You're never gonna know from where exactly it's gonna be, it's gonna be headed to. We can see EQZ is moving into the fight now, guys. EQZ is holding on to the very location and kind of looking into possible shots of taking down ISSL. So here it is. Let's see, will it be ISSLs or will it be EQZs or will it be L7s? I mean, they obviously did have some sort of chance over here, but they were only able to secure 1 elimination. And we also got the last man standing for Red Bull Esports. That will be Rossi himself. So Rossi kind of holding on to the very location as well. Already securing 3 eliminations. TM7 getting a couple of shots over here. I think that will be from SLDR. I think they've already noticed where exactly SLDRs are. Alright, let's see, guys. TM7s versus SLDRs is what we're witnessing right now. Circle will also be closing in about a few seconds. Let's take a quick view into the map. Russia taking out Grigor. 12 seconds left before we move into stage 3 of your zone. We can see Grigor has been knocked out over here. 2Ds all looking at the possible knocks over here, and there's a confirmation of 2. And there you have it, guys. The circle closes in furthermore. Alright, so we can see MW holding on the very locations. We can also see team 1 hit as well. We got TLQs, we got EQZs. Almost all of the teams have made their way into the zone because the earlier you come, the earlier you can secure. Tabish taking out a beautiful 1v1, but let's see if Tabish will be and a beautiful 1v2 with just a normal barrel shotgun over there. VXs are the teams that they will be taking the fight against, guys. Let's see if it will be Victory X's. Rocky taking out a beautiful shot over here. Last man standing. Let's see if will it be Octane or will it be Rocky. And here it is, guys. Down goes Rocky, unfortunately. I think two men have already been knocked out. So with that, team VX will be eliminated in the 18th position. But here comes the third party by ISSLs. Grenades after grenades, but I think the grenade should be connecting right now. And with that, Storm goes down by Susti. Octane goes down as well by beautiful grenade that was executed. Here comes Susti into the rush, guys. I think last 2 men standing will be Revo and Tabs themselves. It's a battle between EQZs versus ISSLs. Who will be winning the battle? This is the most heated action of the moment, guys. We can see ISSLs are literally going in for the forward push over here, securing another eliminations. They're kind of like, wild hunters at this point. More grenades after grenades. Let's see if Lucifer would be able to deliver more grenade shots. And we can see the revive has, and he just took another knock, guys. Just right after Octane got revived. Down goes Tabs as well. I mean, Lucifer with his grenades is just absolute master chef. And in seconds, they were able to eliminate Team EQZ. The 17th position. So we're down to the last 16 teams and just 50 remaining. Alright, so Void getting a couple of shots as well from the other corner. I think it should be from Crown Esports if I'm not mistaken. Couple of more shots against 2Ds. I think we do have EQZ, Omar team over here. We got Swaggy, Tifu, Luffy, and Tidar. Let's see, wait, I thought Amaris wasn't there. Right, so we still do have an Amaris who's still alive. I think the team Oma is kind of overlooking into team ORGs at this point, and we also got team Crowns kind of overlooking into the oppositions as well. Alright guys, ORG versus Oma is what we're witnessing right now. Let's see if Tida would be able to get the 1v1. And here it is guys, Void trying to take the 1v1. Tida in his last HP guys, this would be the moment for Void. And with that, let's see if Tida would be able to deliver a 1v1 with this last HP he has. And he does it beautifully. With that, he was able to take down Void. I think it was Tifu. My bad guys, it was Tifu. Alright, so with that guys, we can see Tifu has been taken out as well. There was a beautiful performance of 1v1s. Down goes another member, but there was a Tida. Down goes Tida as well. Alright guys, we can see SLDRs might most probably take into a fight against, and down goes Gyro by 1B literally taking the fight guys. We can see they've already secured 2 eliminations. Neo has been knocked out. On the other hand, team SLDR will be knocked out in the 16th position, and with that guys, team RB will also be eliminated in the 15th position. Clumsy taking out Susti. Perfect taking out Susti completely out. That gives just a duo power for Team ISSLs at this point. Amar is taking out Tida. 14 teams remaining with just 43 alive. I think teams are already feeling the pressure against one another, guys. MW is taking out Dilla one more time. How is that? How is that even possible? Even in the last Erangel, they were able to spot Dilla. Down goes Siu at the same time. We can see Crowns will be taking the fight against the ORGs. Lucifer taking out Sadia, Bradley taking out Rapt at the same time. Seems like teams are really taking the fights against one another, guys. Mind it's just stage 4 of the zone, and teams have already started engaging themselves into the battlefield. Alright, so a couple of shots against Team UFs as well, but ISSL is making sure that they don't make a wrong strategy, because they need to ensure that they have means of getting to the zone as well. Crown Esports taking out, sorry my bad guys, Crown Esports taking out ORGs and securing, ORGs were able to take out Team Crown Esports. With that, they were able to secure 9 eliminations in total. Teams are performing exceptionally well. That's a great start for Erangel. Alright guys, Tlq Esports over here is just securing 1 elimination so far. If you take a look into the zone, my goodness, the zone just is completely out in the open. Now teams are, kind of hesitating getting themselves in the zone, because obviously, they do not have a set position to get into the zone, because teams have already made their ways within the zone. They've already held on to the positions as well. You can see 1Bs, TLQs, and SDMZs, as well as ISSLs now heading straight on to the zone as well. See, Amari's taking the 1v1 shots over here. Let's take a closer view. Sorry, my bad, guys. We'll have to take the revive. About 52 seconds, and NRS versus 2Ds is what we're witnessing, guys. Mbappe goes down as well. I think NRS members would have had a chance if only they were all together. I think just last 2 men standing. Team NRS, Criminal getting a couple of shots as well, but manages to somehow escape, and that is a beautiful Lamborghini over there. Alright, so we can see Team Gods securing 4 eliminations so far. Wish. Wait a second. Is it the same wish? The Bush wish? Alright. So 8 teams and just 26 remaining. Down goes Wish as well. They were not able to notice where TM7's member was at. We can see High Teas moving closer in as well. A grenade connecting almost had Sadia down. Still stagnant with 8 teams and 24 remaining. Alright, see, so new circle in about 14 seconds left. We will be moving into stage 6. Teams really need to ensure that they get into the zone. And down goes Criminal by Panda, guys. And Russia goes down at the same time. Team NRS will be eliminated in the 7th position. Down to last 6 teams, we can see TLQs having the upper hand over here. Will be taking the fight against 2Ds, grenades after grenades, molotovs after molotovs, literally giving out the pressure. Down goes Panda at the same time, guys. And here it is Wizard coming in for the third, giving out from a different angle. He has to take the 1v1. We can see a revive happening at the same time. Russia being taken out, and another grenade almost had Dax on his feet down there, guys. But the they're obviously still holding on to the very location. Sean, we can see, is in his last HP as well. Dax cooking up a grenade. Let's see if he would be able to hit the grenade. And here it is. And it does. Down goes Wizard, unfortunately. He had the upper hand. He had the views on the team as well. But I didn't think Wizard will be able to survive this, because we can see in 20 seconds teams need to ensure that they get themselves into the zone as well. Fortunately, TLQs are holding on to the very location of the zone. That gives them kind of the opportunity to, stay ahead of the game. Now, let me make a prediction, guys. I kind of feel like TLQs would be able to secure the chicken dinner. I'm just guessing, alright? So with that, Team 2D will be eliminated in the 6th position. We're down to last 5 teams. We got TM7's last man standing over here, High T. High T or is it High T? Oh, height. Alright, so last man standing for high TM7, guys. Let's see if he would be able to take down Bradley, and he does it. He does take down Bradley, and Massa takes out High T, and with that, guys, team TM7 will be eliminated. But Massa in his last HP as well, will he be able to? Unfortunately, he will not be able to. So we're down to last 3 teams, guys. We got ORGs, we got one hit, and we also got TLQs. Couple of shots against Zero. Over here's last man standing for ORG will be Zero. We can see Zero in his last HP as well as Lan trying to get the vehicle knock, and with that team 1 he does it instead. So we are down to last 2 teams, 1 hit versus TLQ. So we can see 1 hit securing 9 eliminations, and they also have the probability of a 76% of a chicken dinner win. You can see Mirage has been revived, and the entire squad is alive. Just Aslan alive from the opposition team. Alright, so I think I could be was getting a couple of shots over here, and now they know where exactly Aslan's location is at. Knowing that he is the last man after all, team will not be hesitating to push completely straight at Aslan. We can see a couple of more shots by Aslan. We can see Mirage snaking his way all the way as well, trying to see if he would be able to I feel be lucky enough to take the knock instead. Kill instead, rather. See a grenade being thrown. A couple of shots. I think team is literally pressurizing, and with that, team TLQ will be eliminated, and team 1 hit. Gods, straight for a double chicken over here. Alright, guys, so let's give it up one more time for team 1 hit. Gods, for securing a second chicken dinner down the line. That was just absolutely amazing. That was just absolutely phenomenal. So let's move straight into their individual stats. Righty, so we got Dilla with 4 eliminations, Woods with 2 eliminations, Merash with 2 eliminations, and Panda with 2 eliminations. So that leads up to 8, 9, 10 eliminations in total, with a chicken dinner down the line. Somewhat a better performance compared to the previous chicken dinner. Let's move into your next stat now. Alright, so match summary, we got 76 eliminations, 84 knockouts, 12,487 total healings, 8 grenade eliminations, 52 assists with 2 vehicle eliminations. Let's move into your next stat now. Righty, so head-to-head comparison between Team One Hit and ORG. We got 1,853 damage by one hit, 2,214 for ORG, 7 knocks, 13 knocks, 10 eliminations to 11, with a total point of 20 for one hit and 16 for ORG. So just a point gap difference of 4 over here. Let's move into your next stat. Alright, so let's give it up for your most valuable player. We got Tlq Panda leading with 5 eliminations, 1,113 damage, 0 assists, 6 knocks, and 165 healing. So let's give it up one more time for Team Tlq Esports Panda. Now moving straight on to your top players for match 3, we got Amaris with 4, Dilla with 4, ORGs with 4, Jimmy with 6, and Panda with 5. Let's move into your next stat. Alright, so match rankings. We got One Blood Esports standing the 5th position with 11 points, ISSLNRC with 12, TLQ Esports with 14, ORGs with 16, and Team 1 Hits leading with a total of 20 points in total. Meanwhile, the rest of the teams were able to secure points between 1 to 8. Let's move into your next stat now. Alright, so your overall standings, we can see AKAZAYA with 3, Omar with 5, Legends with 6, SLDRs with 7, Crowns with 8, WPs, UFs and 2Ds with 10, XFL 7 along with TM7's 11, VX with 12 with 4K, NRS with 17, ISSNRC with 18 along with ORG, RBs with 21, EQs with 22, TLQs. 1B stands with 33 and 1 Hit stands with 41. At the very top of the table, we got MW with 52 total points. MW is leading the table overall standings at the moment. Meanwhile, we also got 1 hit, so the more better the performance they will be able to develop, they most definitely will be able to secure they'll be able to secure the first spot as well, unless of course MWs still somehow manages to lead the way. So with that, guys, we do have 2 more matches left out to be played, so let's see who would be able to secure the next chicken dinner, which is gonna be obviously Miramar. But before that, let's move straight into your overall top players. We got Oscar with 9 eliminations, Panda with 8 eliminations, ABCD with 10, Crazy with 10, and Puppet with 14. So these are your overall top players. Upon concluding 3 matches so far, I think we were able to witness a fluctuation with players in terms of rankings. So Erangel has been finally concluded. Rondo has also been concluded. Next up, we got Miramars, the 2 Miramars to be delivered. Let's see if One Hits would be able to deliver a triple chicken dinner this time, if it's going to be a triple threat. Or will it be MWs, or will there be another team instead that will be confident, that will be very courageous to level up themselves at the very top of the leaderboard? So stay tuned, as we will be heading into a quick short break now. Alright guys, so welcome back. What you're witnessing live right now is the TLQ Paid Battle series. So we were able to witness 3 matches that were already concluded. Erangel had definitely been demolished by MW Esports and RLXs accordingly. And we also saw how Rondo was devoured by RLXs. So let's see if RLXs would be able to deliver a triple threat, or instead will there be another team that will be able to handle the odds and secure their spot in the leaderboard. So with that guys, we will be heading straight into your map of Miramar, the mountainous terrains that everyone absolutely hates. So let's head straight on to your map of Miramar. So if you do have any early predictions, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and also support for your teams down in the comments below. And we can see the playing pathway has been cut all the way from Puerto leading towards La Cabrera. Teams heading towards their destined locations already. Alright, so we can definitely see there's gonna be heavy tension around in Puerto. You can see RBs and 4K most definitely will be taking on the fights as well. Both teams will be engaging into the fight at the moment. We also most probably will be able to see some fights around in Pecado, SDMCs and TLQs, BXs as well. Let's see who would be able to get the first knock, the first blood card. Alright, so over here at San Martin, we can see EQZs versus NRS at the moment. Let's see, will it be NRS or will it be EQZs? We can see Mbappe has already been taken out early, quite early. And with that, we can see Peeps of Omar taking out the fight against WP's. Vafankov has already been taken out. And we can see Swaggy has already secured 1 elimination so far. Down to 20 teams with just 73 remaining at the moment. You can see Luffy has gotten a couple of shots as well. 40 seconds left before we move straight into stage 2 of your damaging zone. So WP is still holding on to the very location, as well as Team EQZs. As will it be Team WP or will it be Team EQZ? Here it is guys, NRS is having the fight against EQZ as well. Not sure who would be able to take the direct fight. And there you have it guys. I think Hexa just grenaded himself, and he double grenaded himself, and AJ grenade. Oh, am I seeing things right guys? AJ grenaded himself as well. I think the first team to be eliminated will be Team Legends, given that they just have a 2-man power for the team. We are down to 19 teams, given that Team AKAZAYA have also missed out, and 71 remaining at this point. We got Team WEDHA PAPPA that will be going against Team EQZs. Let's see, will it be Team EQZ or will it be Team WEDHA PAPPA? Drop your predictions down in the comments below and let us know which team you are rooting for, so we can see Joker being taken out. Last man standing will be Demon guys. What on earth has happened here at Puerto? SLDR versus L7 and next Gyro taking out Joker completely out. So last man standing will be Demon. I don't think they are aware exactly where Demon's locations are, and now he should be able to, given that he just showed where the footsteps are coming up from. So Demon holding on to the very double barrel over here. Dilla taking out Orpheus, and here is there's a rush coming straight at Demon. Will it be Demon or will it be SLDR, guys? And here it is. Will Demon be able to take the shots? This is completely a nervous record over here. And he's able to take the 1v1. Unfortunately, he will not be able to take the 1v2 though. So with that, guys, Trixie delivers demolition against the position team. And we can see the second team to be eliminated will be L7s at this point. We see Octane taking the fight. Octane taking the first knock over here against WPs. And we can see NRSs are being rushed by EQZs, guys. Who will it be? Will it be EQZs or will it be NRSs? And we can see Octane confirming Starboy as well. So the entire squad of EQs is coming in, and Asiya taking the knock against Swaggy. Luffy taking out Asiya at the same time. You can see grenades after grenades, and it does some sort of damage towards Criminal. So Criminal is kind of still holding on to the very location. Down goes 999, guys. Rebo was able to confirm 999 at the same time. So when you look at that, the entire squad are like, how do I say it, coming all together. So it kind of pressurizes the team. Down goes Team NRS in a blink of an eye, and down goes Team WP at the same time, guys. We're down to 16 teams and 62 remaining. If you take a look at the leaderboard, we can see both EQZs are leading the leaderboard with a total of 4 points in total. 54 seconds left before we move into stage 2 of your damaging zone. So we got MW over here. Alright, so let's see, guys. MWs with just triple manpower. We can see A, B, C, D has already been taken out. Bet he really loves his alphabets. 22 seconds left before we move into your stage 2 of the damaging zone. Still stagnant with 16 teams and 62 remaining. Seconds left before we close into stage 2. And there you have it. So we can see TM7s holding on to the mid of the zone, and we also got ISSLs as well holding on the very mid of the zone. Let's see which team will be going against one another. We also got Team ORGs very close to both the teams. I think TM7s are prepping themselves already for the fight. Alright, guys, here it is TM7s versus ISSLs. I think ISSLs are literally ambushing the opposition team at this point. Alright, guys, let's see TM7 versus ISSL versus ORG. Also got TLQs coming right behind their tail. After team seems to be getting into a fight early on, because it is, after all, the map of Miramar. Teams are kind of still rotating towards their locations, not really aware, but I most likely think the first team to have the battle would be the teams that are in the middle of the zone. We can see ISSLs, Gods and TLQs. We also have the UFs, TM7s. And And there you have it, guys. UFs, one of the members of UFs have been knocked out. Then that will be from by TLQs. Let me take a closer view. See, Clumsy might most probably will be getting a couple of... I mean, he is getting damage to the zone, but I don't think Clumsy has any healables with him. From the looks of it. Yep, he does not have any healables at all. Quite unfortunately, and he is still stuck here in Los Leones, and he just received a medkit. But let's see if he would have enough time to have it healed. And we can see teams after teams. 1B is being knocked out, TM7 is being knocked out. The battle has begun already. MWs versus Clumsy was what we were about to witness. ISS is taking on the fight. Let's take a closer view. And down goes Mini. So I think ISS is just last two men standing right now. We got Jimmy and let's see who would be able to secure the deal over here. Will it be Team ISSL? Will they be able to avenge their friend's death? EQZs, I feel like moving in for a third party situation over here. Grenades after grenades. Let's see if they would be able to connect, though, is the question. And I think they're actually having the fight against VXs at this point. And you also can see the Oma team moving closer into one hit gods. SLDRs, and then we also have Team 2D coming out from Al-Azhar, and we also have people surrounding the outskirts of La Benedita and Graveyard by TLQs, UFs and ISSLs, everyone literally holding towards the upper grounds. Dila taking the first knock against Tifu. Down goes Tifu and down goes Rocky as well by Revo. And there you have it, guys. Shimmy taking on Storm. Let's see if Storm will be confirmed. And with that, guys, Team VX will be eliminated in the 16th position. So with our last 15 teams, it's just 54 alive. A minute and 42 seconds left before we close into stage 4 of your damaging zone. You can see Dila holding on to Swaggy over here. REDBULL ESPORTS kind of overlooking into any possible situations that they could get a knock at. Alright, so we got REDBULL ESPORTS over here. Last 15 teams, 54 remaining. A minute and 15 seconds left for the zone to close into stage 4. So teams are kind of already, feeling the pressure, feeling the hype in themselves already. Segment with still 54 and 15 teams. Teams are not, getting into fights early on. What a bummer. I think Oma most probably should have taken the fight against Bugs, and with it, guys, a spray, and with that Dila will be knocked out. Let's see, Dila will also be confirmed at the same time by Swaggy. That's some powerful QBZ shots, to be honest. And we can see Swaggy still holding on to the very location, and Tifu as well. They will be pushing the fight against one gods over here. See, guys, EQZs, Oma versus gods is what we're witnessing right now. So Luffy getting a couple of shots as well. Luffy goes down, guys, by TLQ Panda. It's going to be a 3-man cover versus 3-man cover at this point, given that Luffy has been knocked out as well. Revive has to happen, and we can see Octane going in for the revive. Nigesh taking out one of the knocks. Crown Esports taking out Clumsy. One of the RB members being taken out. The RB versus 4K are having a fight as well. Rocky taking on Roy's back. Down goes Cyraxel by Minato. Jimmy goes down as well. last two men standing for Red Bull Esports. We got Oscar and we also got Minato. Let's see if they would be able to take deliver 4K home, or instead will 4K be delivering Red Bull Esports home. Let's see Red Bull Esports versus 4 Knights is the what we're witnessing right now. Grenades after grenades, we can see 4K is also standing with a duo, so it's gonna be a duo versus a duo situation. Let's see. My bad guys, I think I had a little bit of a connection issue over there. So Red Bull Esports last man standing will be Oscar himself. Let's see if a deliverance will be killed by 4K, and here it is, down goes Oscar in a blink of an eye. So 4K were able to deliver Team Red Bull straight back into the lobby in its 15th position. We're down to last 14 teams, which is 46 remaining at this point. So if you take a look at the leaderboard, we got MW, we got one hit, and also we got Omar leading with 6 eliminations and EQZs with 8, 4Ks with 5. So far the only teams that were able to secure eliminations more than 3. So you can see PAPPA taking out Riffar. So TM7 versus MW is what we're witnessing right now, and in a blink of an eye guys, they just took out TM7. I mean, how? MW is completely on fire guys. You can see Omar leading with 6 eliminations still so far. I did witness that they were able to get a couple of knocks though, and we can see Action 2D being taken out. SLDR holding on to the very location. I think one of the members, Caesar, will be taken out by 2Ds. It would be Tax 2D, but also now mind you, we are in stage 5 of the zone. Caesar being taken out completely out. Dax moving into a different location now. Couple of shots against Trixie as well. That would be by REDBULL, I believe. And he's moving straight into the location, guys. Will it be REDBULL? Will it be SLDR Esports Trixie? Alrighty, so we get MWs versus Crown Esports right now. OMG, guys, MW is completely on fire. I mean, teams after team elimination by MW Esports. I mean, they just took one fight and then they're on to their next fight. Literal powerhouses. You can see Puppet leading with 4 eliminations already. The other Puppet leading with 3 eliminations as well. Alright, so one hit gods over here. 3 manpower as well. Now the only few squads that are having the entire full squad alive would be EQZ, TLQ, RG. Rest of the teams just either have a duo power or a triple power. Alright, so we can see Mirage trying to take a couple of knocks as well. Against SLDRs, we can see Ash on top has already been knocked out, and down goes Nasta as well with hand, and Mirage will be knocked out. I think he was too confident that he'll be able to take them. And that with that guys, team 1 we will be taken out, and Mirage will be taken out by Swaggy instead. I think Gyro rushed in for the kill, but instead someone else stole it. And with that guys, team SLDR will also be eliminated in the 11th position with 3 eliminations. Omega taking on Russia, and Omega goes down as well, confirming Omega on the other hand by Sean. And last 10 teams with just 28 remaining. They're getting a couple of shots as well. The last 10 teams with just 28 remaining. 25 seconds left, and Kenzo getting a couple of shots by UFs as you can see. Dax getting barbecued out alive, guys, and with that Dax will be taken out. So team 2D will be eliminated in the 9th position. We're down to last 8 teams. Okay, will be eliminated in the 10th position as well. So taking out Perfect and confirming him at the same time. We're down to last 8 teams, which is 24 alive. Alright, guys. SS is leading with 2 eliminations, and we can see Susti getting a couple of shots already. Susti in his last HP, and down goes Susti. Luffy taking out Abs. Jimmy being taken out at the same time as last man standing will be this Lucifer. See if Lucifer will be able to deliver some deliverances, given that all of his team members are knocked out, or else be too swift. Down to the last 8 teams still. 20 remaining. TLQ Esports having the upper hand here with 5 eliminations already. 10 goes out over here by Adios. It's a beautiful grenade. Let's see if you would be able to take down another knock with the very grenade, because there is Luffy. And here it is, guys. MWs with the ORGs as well. Couple of shots against Adios. Fortunately, they just had the smoke over there. And we can see EQZ covering for the teammates as well. And oh my god, there's like literally so many smokes. My vision is completely blurred as well. UFs will be eliminated in the 8th position. We're down to last 17. So just 17 remaining at this point. The circle has shrunken further. And just one team that kind of still stands within the safe zone. We got ORGs, we got Team MWs. I think TLQs will be cruising straight into MWs. Alright, let's see, guys. Will it be MWs or will it be TLQs? Because we can see PAPPA taking a knock against Wizard, guys. That is absolutely phenomenal. So it's last 2 men standing for MW, given that PAPPA has been knocked out as well. And with that, guys, down goes one of the other TLQ members. So just one more standing for Team TLQ. Will MW be able to take down TLQ Esports completely? And we can see a revive will be happening at the same time. We also can see Team EQZ is moving in for the third party as well. Team 1 Hit Gods will be eliminated. With that last man standing TLQs, we can see this duo versus a solo situation is what we are about to witness, guys. Circle has shrunken further. And here it is, guys. Panda in his last HP. Panda will have to think of doing something. And here it is, guys. Panda has to take the 1v2, or else it will be the end for him. And you can see Panda moved out completely into a different location. Panda in his last HP over here. Will it be Panda? Will it be Team MW's? Down goes Panda. That was a third party coming out by Team EQZs. Luffy taking out the confirmation of that Team TLP will be eliminated in the 5th position. Down goes Luffy as well. An unexpected grenade definitely in the 4th position. Down goes Team EQZ. So we got Team EQZ Esports, a duo, ORGs a trio, and MWs a duo as well. So 2 duos and just 1 trio. So who would be able to secure the chicken dinner is the question over here. Seems that the circle will be shrinking in further, and teams will have to battle it out completely out in the open. Amaris goes down. Storm goes straight into the very location over here, and MWs definitely needs to come into the zone. Sue taking out Revo, guys. Last man standing will be Storm. Will Storm be able to handle it is the question. Here comes the grenade. Let's see if the grenade connects, and it almost does. It almost does, guys, because down goes EQZ Esports. MWs are definitely on the run over here, guys. I mean, deadly duo Puppet and Sue. Definitely Puppet getting a couple of shots as well, but moves completely towards the edge of the zone. Now look at that. Look at this competitiveness, being played out. This is what you call top level performances, and being able having the opportunity to be able to play alongside with them enhances not only just your competitiveness, but also look at the spray over there. Let's see if you'd be able to take down Void, and here comes Sue straight at it, guys. Will it be Void or will it be Sue? Straight with the M4 as well. Down goes Sue, unfortunately, with an AUG shot, and we can see Void has gone down as well. Here comes a Molotov, but let's see if it will be, and a grenade that just blasted them out into the lobby. So with that, Team Origins Esports secures the deal with a chicken dinner. MW's almost had the streak of a chicken dinner there. Alright guys, so let's give it up for Team ORG for securing the chicken dinner for your fourth match of the day. Let's move into the individual stats. Alright, so winning team stats, we got 0 with 5 eliminations, Void with 3 eliminations, Amaris with 2 eliminations, Grigor with 1 elimination. So we have a total of 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 eliminations in total for Team ORG with a chicken dinner down the line. Let's move on to your next stat. The match summary of 72 eliminations, 77 knockouts, 9,872 total healings, 9 grenade eliminations, 42 assists, and 0 vehicle eliminations. So well done, GG's. Let's move on to your next stat now. The different head-to-head comparison between ORG and MW, we got 1,394 damage for Team ORG, 2,492, 5 knocks, 14 knocks, and 11 to 13 eliminations, 21 to 19 points, so just a gap of 2 points between hashtag 1 and hashtag 2. Let's move on to your next stat. Alright, let's give it up for your MVP. My bad guys, I'm having a little bit of a issue here. Alright, so we got PAPPA delivering 7 eliminations in total, 1,039 damage, 2 versus 7 knocks, 543 healings. Let's give it up for your most valuable player one more time from MW Esports, PAPPA. Top players upon concluding match 4, so we got 0 with 5 eliminations, Octane with 5, Puppet with 5, Asterix with 6, and Puppet with 7. So let's give it up one more time for all of these players who were able to topple themselves straight into the top players rankings. Now moving straight on to match rankings, we got Tlq Esports with 8 points, EQZ Oma with 14, EQZ Esports with 18, and MW Esports with 19. Then we also have Team ORG leading the lead with 21 points. Meanwhile, the rest of the teams were able to secure points between 1 to 7 in total. Let's move into your next stat now. Alright, so we got your overall standings over here. We got MW with 71, 1 hits 48, EQs is 40, ORG is 39, 1B is 33, TLQ is 30, RB is 22, ISSLNRC is 21, OMA with 19, and RS with 17 along with 4Ks, VX with 12 along with 2Ds and L7s, UF and TM7 with 11, SLDRs with 10 along with WP, Crown with 9, and Legend stands with 6, and AKAZAYA stands with 3. So these are your overall standings upon concluding match 4. Moving straight on to your overall top players, we got ABCD with 10, Panda with 9, Crazy with 10, Puppet with 13, and Puppet with 19. So these are your top 5 overall players upon concluding 4 of the matches. Now we do have one more match left out to be played, which is going to be another Miramar. So your overall rankings, your overall top players rankings may have a tendency to change in the last minute as well. So the odds are still at stake. So what a way to deliver all firm matches throughout your TLQ's paid battle series. Now before we move into your map of Miramar, as usual, we will be heading into a quick short break and allow our soldiers, to receive that refreshment that they require. Alright guys, so welcome back for your TLQ's paid battle series, and we are heading off with the last match, which is gonna be Miramar. So we were able to witness how the previous matches were devoured by our gods, and we also had MW. Then we also had sorry, my bad, team orgs as well. So let's see who would be able to secure the last chicken dinner. Will it be the same teams that were able to secure the previous chicken dinners, or will it be a different another team that will be able to rise above the chaos and secure their deal in the table rank? So let's head straight onto a map of Miramar. You can see the plane pathway has already been created all the way from Puerto. That's going to end up to Valle del Mar. Most definitely there's gonna be some fights around in Puerto one more time. Seems like none of the teams are heading towards Puerto. That's quite unfortunate. Right, so we can see one hit moving to a different location. We also got WPs moving into Impala, and we can see 1B is moving into a different location. I believe that is towards the southern side of southern side of Los Leones, and the circle has already been established, guys, because as you can see, the first fight has already been taken in Impala. That will be Team WP. Let's take a closer view. WP versus EQZ, and 4K is getting the first shot as well by MWs. Unfortunately, guys, 4K has been set up with MWs at this point. Seems like they're gonna deliver some shots here in Chumacera. Cyrax goes down. Double knocks for Team MWs. Pure M taking a shot over here as well. Down goes one of the MW members. Rocky goes down as well. Last two men standing will be Pure M and Nigesh. Let's see what sort of gameplay we're about to witness. Nigesh goes in for a different formation. See Nigesh getting a couple of shots. Now they have been exposed as to where exactly Nigesh's location is at. I think he will be going in for the revive, but here comes Siu right behind them as well, guys. Will it be Siu? Will he be able to take down Nigesh? And we can see Nigesh should be able to take down, and the whole squad is against Nigesh, guys, and down goes Nigesh like a vulture being devoured. So last man standing will be Pure M. Seems like it's gonna be too soon for Team 4 Knights, or will they be able to take the avenge? We can see L7's daggering against Team ISSL's. Down goes Lucifer as well. WP is taking shot at NRS, and we can see Pure Aim was able to revive his teammate Rocky in time. So I think PAPPA is still holding at the very location. Team WP will be the first team to be eliminated. Down goes Rocky again. Team Pure Aim must be thinking at this point, oh my god, we had only one job to do and we get knocked again. Alright, so Pure Aim will have to take the 1v3, and he was not able to. So with OK being eliminated in the 17th position, we're down to the last 16 teams and 57 remaining. Seems like teams are heading into pretty quick early fights so far. ISSL's taking the fight against L7s. And we can see Toxic taking out Octane at the same time. I think L7's kind of holding on to the very location. They've already secured one elimination so far. Jimmy being revived, Lucifer being revived as well. So last man standing will be Batman, but I don't think he's aware where exactly the Batman's locations are. Alright guys, I think Mini might most probably will be knocked out next. From the looks of it, he goes into a different location. Will it be Lucifer? Oh, I think ISSLs have come down to Monte. What a table turn of events. Righty, so we can see ISSLs holding on to the very location over here. Getting a couple of shots. Unfortunately, Mini will be surviving, but now that leads to exposing where exactly Batman's location is. So he's kind of moving into a different location already. He has to deliver the 1v3 in order to avenge his friend's death. You can see Loki taking the next fight against NRS. Right, so let's see, will Batman be able to secure the deal over here, or will he be taken out instead? So Mini has his eyes on where exactly Batman is at, and here it is, guys. The shots coming at Mini. Unfortunately, Mini will be surviving it, and Jimmy getting a couple of shots as well. Batman feeling the pressure over here, and on the other hand, we can see NRSs getting the fight against Team AKAZAYA. Crown Esports will be eliminated in the 16th position. We're down to last 15 teams and 54 remaining so far. Because let's see, will it be Team ISSL or the last two men standing, still holding on to Impala, waiting for AQZs, and that is, guys, the shots being fired. Now Swaggy, I believe. Let's see if the confirmation goes in, and it does. Unfortunately, he was not able to witness where exactly the shots are coming out from. Team NRS will be eliminated, and down goes Batman. On the other hand, we're down to last 13 teams in a blink of an eye, with just 50 remaining at this point. And just 3 teams are able to deliver 4 eliminations. We got ISSL, then we got MWs, securing 4 eliminations, and we got SLDRs now taking the fight against Team RBs. Confirming win out at the same time. Is back taking out Caesar over here. Let's see if the confirmation takes place, though. We can see Trixie has already confirmed one of the members, and we can see Guide on his last HP as well. Fashion Top has to give the deliverance, and down goes Roy. He's back. Also taking out Gyro at the same time. I think revives are happening, so that gives them more time to stay ahead of them as well. Still stagnant with 13 teams and 49 remaining. Valet the Mar is exactly where the fight is at happening. Is it Valet the Mar? I'm not certain. Alright, so SLDR esports, and there you have it, guys. Unfortunately, Caesar had a slow reaction time over there. With that, Rossi was able to deliver a 1v2. Rossi, I do not think he has enough available, so he's in last HP as well. Confirming the kills over here. 2 eliminations, last 2 men standing, Ailey and Rossi. Alright, let's see. And the circle will also be closing in about 13 seconds left into stage 2 of your zone, and we are already leading with just 13 teams and 45 remaining. And as you can see, the zone has shifted completely all the way towards the northern side, so teams definitely might need to head into their destined locations. Right, guys, we got one REDBULL esports trying to take out the fight against SLDRs on the other hand, and meanwhile we can see most definitely ORGs will be having the fight against Team One Hit Gods. Most probably it's going to be a clash amongst one another because of the rotation itself. Still stagnant with 13 teams and 45 remaining. Right, guys, and here it is, Grigor getting a couple of shots. Mirage readying himself into the fight now. Unfortunately, Grigor escapes. I think they'll be heading straight at one hit Gods, guys, because here comes Grigor and Amari straight into Gods, and Grigor somehow survives with just 1 HP. Amari is getting a couple of shots as well from Dila. Fortunately, he survives as well. Call about luck, because if I was there, my vehicle would have definitely tumbled down, and that will be the end of me. So we can see Gods kind of looking into any possible knocks that they could get up. Fortunately, will not be able to. We can see Grigor in a quarter of his health as well, and here comes a couple of shots against Dino. Somehow manages to walk aloud. I mean, he's literally going on doubles with the buggy, and still they manage to survive. I think Mirage is having his time. He's like, nah, this can't be happening. I need to get that knock somehow. And instead, Mirage gets knocked. Gets a couple of shots as well. Dila trying to take out Zero. And that whoever who drove the buggy has definite balance and control of the vehicle. That's a good drive over there. About 40 seconds left. We will be closing into your Stage 3 of the damaging zone. One Blood Esports over here. Getting a couple of shots from Team UFs. Mind you, they have to get into the zone. It's about 1003 difference as well. Team 13 teams and just 45 remaining at this point. Alright, so we can see Swaggy has been knocked out, taken out quite early on, and we're just left with 3 manpower for Team EQZ Oma. Circle will be closing in 3, 2, 1, and there you have it. Take one hits most probably will be taking the fight against TLQs from the looks of it. Panda taking out Luffy. Most probably it's going to be a third fight, guys. TLQs will be having a surprise from the behind because here comes one hit gods as well, and they just spotted Wizard, just spotted where exactly. I think it's Scout. Yeah, I think it is Scout. The squad just spotted where exactly where Dila is at, and he hit more grenades after grenades. Octane taking out Aslan at the same time. Luffy still knocked out, and just 2 manpower from EQZ Oma. We got Tifu and Octane, a deadly duo for the team, but let's see if Octane would be able to stand it. And we can see Tifu goes down, guys. Last man standing will be Octane. Will Octane be able to take down the entire team? Because the pressure is real. The entire team will be able to, and he does a beautiful shot. Unfortunately, will be taken out quite early. So Team Oma EQZ will be eliminated in the 13th position. We're down to last 12 teams with just 41 alive at this point. TLQ is leading with 5 elimination points so far. UFX's I think that's gonna take on Massa over here. Massa is the last as well. Unfortunately, down goes Perfect, and down goes Hamzy at the same time. Massa is last HP. Definitely wasn't expecting that. You can see Neo confirming Perfect. And with that, guys, 3 eliminations so far for Team 1 Blood Esports in total. I think UF's last man standing is kind of, taking a different route completely. Down to just last 12 teams and 38 remaining. And look at that, guys, the zone completely takes over Torre at this point. You can see teams have already made their way into the zone. Now I think all of the teams will be having to get into the zone almost immediately. See, one hit gods moving into a different location, EQZ is moving into a different location, 2D is moving into a different location as well. Taking a couple of shots over here. So down goes Sue, unfortunately, guys, because here comes Sue straight into it. Let's see if he would be able to, PAPPA would be able to go 1v2, or instead will he be taken out instead. And we can see Sue still knocked out over here. PAPPA moving in for the revive, couple of more grenades being conducted. We can see TLQ Wizard being knocked out at the same time. Dude is moving in for the close range fight right now. We can see Sean getting a couple of shots as well. And the other puppet moving into a different location. Here comes the Monato, and there you have the Sean goes down. Unfortunately, action goes down. With that, they were able to take down 2D Esports. I think 2D Esports definitely messed up with the wrong team over there. Alrighty, so we can see Panda being taken out now. But goes down as well by Dila. Let's see, will it be TLK? Will it be Odds, or will it be Team MWs? Panda TLK's last woman standing. Panda and Adios themselves. Panda goes down, was last man standing will be Adios. Will MW be able to deliver this shot? Or instead, will Adios be able to deliver it instead? Here comes a grenade. Unfortunately, will not be connecting, I believe. Adios moving in for the revive over here. Trying to take out his teammate. See, ABCD has been revived. Dila taking out PAPPA at the same time. Siu getting a couple of shots by Dila. Siu being taken out. And with that, guys, Team MWs will be eliminated in the 11th position with 6 total eliminations in total. I think that gives Team One Hit Gods to kind of stay ahead of the game. And I love this vehicle. It's pretty cute, isn't it? Volkswagen. Right, so we can see Team 7's members going against TLQ's. Adios has been taken out, so that leads up to just last man standing, Panda. Let's see if Panda would be able to survive it. And we can see Roche C moving straight into SLDRs, and a couple of shots with that. They were able to take down Team SLDR. So we're down to last 9 teams, which is 25 remaining. We got 1 hit ISSLs, RBs, 1Bs, TLQs, TM7 EQZs, and UFs and ORGs. Out of these teams, who do you think would be able to secure the last chicken dinner is the question. If you do have any other predictions, don't forget to comment down below, and don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and show your support for the teams that are actively participating out today. So with that being said, guys, Team Tlq Esports will be eliminated in the 9th position. UFx Esports, my bad. UF Esports over here. Last man standing will be Wish, and down goes Wish as well at the same time. That's quite unfortunate as well. And so EQZ is finally securing 1 elimination, and we're down to last 6 teams, which is 22 alive. There you have it, guys. TM7 versus Dila. The fight has begun already. Will it be TM7 or will it be Team 1 Hit Gods? You can see Kenzo getting a couple of shots as well. Kenzo in his last HP somehow manages to get into safety. Mirage trying to take a couple of knocks. See Dila moving completely into a different location at this point. He might most probably be able to give out some scouting points for a couple of eliminations, knocks as well. I think Dila has been spotted by someone, and they had gone down goes one of the TM7 members, guys. I think this would be enough time for them to push towards the opposition. Seconds left before the zone closes in, and we can see Rifa going in for the revive on the other hand. Somehow takes him into the vehicle. Not sure what's happening over here, but yep, he has been taken into the vehicle. Rifa getting a couple of shots. I mean, not just couple, he's literally being burnt out alive over here. See, will he be saved is the question. We can see Massa going out over here as well. I think Massa is readying himself to get into the fight. Rifa still getting a couple of shots. I mean, he's still getting shots. So we're Bradley being taken out. Rifa finally has the chance to revive, but look at that. He also got ISSLs towards his right side. Definitely they will not allow the opposition teams to sail. And speak of the devil, guys, down goes off ears. Revo taking out Massa at the same time. Last man standing will be Neo, so wonder where exactly Neo is at. He's at Almuda, completely free, stress-free zone. Down to last 16, there is 8 teams remaining. Shots against Team 1 hit Dila. The Dila is now aware exactly where their locations are. I think EQZs are not aware, where exactly Dila is at. There you have it, guys. Couple of more shots, and Storm goes down in a blink of an eye. Dila was able to take down Storm. 20 seconds left before we move into your stage 6 of your critically damaging zone. Last 6 teams, 17 remaining. Who do you think would be able to secure the final chicken dinner? We got one hit ISSNRC, TM7, EQZ, One Blood, and ORGs. One Blood Esports already secured in 3 eliminations so far. We got one hit gods with 7 eliminations. We can see Kenzo getting a couple of shots as well. Ray seems to be heavily equipped at this point. You can see Rifa moving straight into the safe zone. I mean, without even a vehicle, and it seems like the zone will be damaging him before he reaches it. And down goes Rifa. He was spotted at the last minute. Last 5 teams, guys. We have just 14 remaining. Will it be one hit ISSNRCs, EQZs, one blood, or will it be ORGs that will be able to secure the chicken? Bring the hype up and drop your comments down below. You can see ISSNRC is leading with 5 eliminations as well. Alright, so we got ORGs on the other hand. And Amar is sending out Mini with a beautiful grenade, confirming him at the same time. That's a Tommy player. Righty, so we can see Jimmy taking out Amaris at the same time. Let's see Grigo over here. Let's see if the grenade connects towards Jimmy. Unfortunately, it will not. I think he was very precautious of his surrounding, hence why he was able to avoid the grenade at that last minute. And we can see a couple of shots coming in. ISIS is still holding on to the very location, and now they need to somehow get into the zone. But we can see he's getting a couple of zone damage as well as some shots being fired as well. Moves crashing straight into DRG's location. Down goes Grig at the same time. La has been knocked out as well, guys. However, team count seems to be remaining. So last man standing for Team ISSL will be Jimmy himself. And with that, guys, Team One Blood will be eliminated. So we are down to last 4 teams. We got one hit gods, ISSNRC, EQZ, and ORGs. Now, out of these 4, who do you think would be able to secure the final chicken dinner for the day? In about 50 seconds, we will be closing into your last stage of the zone as well. 30 seconds left before the zone starts shrinking in further. Let's see. I think EQZs will be most probably having the fight against one hit gods at this point. 10 eliminations so far, so seems like things are going really well for Team Gods at this point. Right, so I think Kenzo wasn't exactly where Tabs was at. Tabs sneakingly holding on to the very container. Revo takes out Jimmy as well. So with the team, ISSL will be eliminated in the 4th position. And there you have it, guys. Down goes Mirage as well. Last 2 teams. Will it be one hit gods or will it be EQZ? This is it, guys. This is the feeling. This is what is it. In what you call, perfect textbook example of how to play it competitively. So we can see Dila is the last man standing, and Dila trying to take out Tabs. He does it beautifully. He does the same type of medicine. Unfortunately, he will be taken out, and in the brink of an eye, EQZs were able to secure the final chicken dinner. Alright guys, so let's give it up for Team EQZ for securing the final chicken dinner in the most flawless way possible. Let's move straight into your winning team stats. Yep, can we move into the winning team stats, please? Think I just got informed, we have to stay for a while. But regardlessly, guys, I think, that was a definite comeback by EQZs in the last minute, the last moment. And, the rest of the teams definitely did perform really well. So moving straight on to your winning teams' individual stats, we got Storm with 1 elimination, Omega with 1, Tabs with 2, and Revo with 5. So a total of 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 eliminations with a chicken dinner down the line. Let's move into your next stat. Match summary, we got 64 eliminations, 67 knockouts, 8,636 total healings, 6 grenade eliminations, 29 assists with 2 vehicle eliminations. Let's move into your next stat now. Right, so the point difference between #1 and #2, we got 1,243 damage, 1,774 damage, 5 to 8 knocks, 9 to 10 eliminations, and total points just a difference of 3 points between #1 and #2, so it's a difference of 19 to 16. Let's move into your next stat now. Let's give it up for your most valuable player from Team One Hit Gods. One Hit Dilla with 5 eliminations, 951 damage, 1 assist, 5 knocks, 312 healings. Well done, well played, GG's. Let's move into your next stat now. Alright, so top 5 players upon concluding 5 matches. We got PAPPA with 3, Rossi with 4, Jimmy with 3, Revo with 5, and Dilla with 5. So these are your top 5 players for your match of Miramar. Let's move into your next stat now. Think it might take a little bit of time for us to take out the next set, but before that, just wanted to let you know, guys, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and show your utmost support. Build the morality for all of the teams that are actively participating today, because we would also like to know which team you are rooting for actively. Alright, so straight on to your match rankings, we got DFORG with 7 along with Tlq ESPORTS 7, ISSLNRCs with 10 and Gods with 16. Then we have EQZ Esports with 19 points in total. Rest of the teams were able to secure points in between 1 to 6 in total. Now let's move into your next stat. Alright guys, so as you can see, the schedule has been presented to you. We can see all 5 matches have finally been concluded. We got a double chicken by 1 hit, MWs securing the chicken dinner for Erangel, ORGs that took a turn in Miramar, and the EQZs with the best comeback towards the very end of the match. Now based on this and also on the previous tabletop, who do you think would have scored the second runners-up position? Would have coached the second position, and who would have been throned as the champion? Alright, so let's give it up for your second runners up, EQZ Esports, with a chicken dinner, 39 eliminations, 20 placement points, and total points related to 59 in total. Kudos to Team EQZ Esports. Let's move on to your next stat. I think, am I seeing 2 rivers? Am I just too sleepy at this point? I'm definitely seeing 2 rivers. Right guys, so who do you think would have secured the second place? And there you have it guys, your runners up position, 2 chicken dinners, 34 eliminations, 30 placement points, with a total of 64 total points for Team One Hit Gods. definite mind-boggling performance coming out by Team One Hit Gods. We did see a lot of consistency throughout all the matches that were played out. Now let's move on to your next champion. So drum roll please, and here we are. MW Esports with a chicken dinner 55 eliminations, 22 placement points with a total of 77 total points. I mean, I was no surprise, guys, because MW Esports were just hunting after hunting, and they mostly secured for aggressiveness, I would say. So kudos for all three teams that have been able to secure their thrones here for TLQ's paid series, and the rest of the teams, we do appreciate each and every one of you that were able to showcase your talent here today. It really means a lot for all of the teams that were able to witness, what sort of strategies that they could take as well. So with that being said, guys, let's move on to your most valuable player. You got MW Esports Puppet with 20 eliminations, 512 average damage, 2 average assists, 4 average eliminations, 3.4 knocks, and 240.4 average healings. Well done, well played. Let's give it up one more time for MW Esports Puppet. Right, so here's your overall top players. We got Rivo with 14 eliminations, Panda with 12, Dila with 13, Puppet with 16, and the other Puppet with 20 as well. Well done, well played, and GG's. I definitely can see some switches in the table top players. Let's move into your next step. So here it is your overall standings. AKAZAYA with 3, Legends with 6, Crowns with 9, WPs with 11, VX with 12, L7s with 13, 2Ds with 13 along with SLDRs and UF, TM7s with 15, 4Ks with 17, and RS with 20, OMA with 24, RB with 27, ISSLNRC with 31 along with TLQs with 37, and 1B with 39, ORG stands with 46, hashtag 3 stands EQZ with 59, hashtag 2 stands 1 hit with 64, and hashtag 1 stands very well Team MW with 77 total points. What a way to end things off, especially in a paid of TLQ's Battle Paid series. Alright, see, so with that, guys, I think it was definitely an honor to be casting alongside with you and bringing each and every battle into action and liveliness to its very most capacity. And with that being said, it's your girl JLo, so temporarily signing off for now. But once again, thank you all for the support, as well as for the teams that were actively participating on today. So better luck next time. We will be having more events and further, so stay tuned, and with that, see you and have a blessed night.